Hey guys, Josh here, and I'm very excited to be putting out the first episode of my Storytime with Swagg, my new Battlefield 3 series. This is only with Battlefield, but today we're going to be talking about Halloween time since it's so close to Halloween and my Halloween stories. If you're not following me on Twitter, there's my Twitter. You can go follow me. I talk about my videos and all sorts of good stuff. So let's go ahead and dive straight into it. You know, I have so many stories from Halloween, but yet I don't. It's like I think that I have so many stories, but then when I actually think about the stories I'm going to sit down and tell you guys, I couldn't really think of any. But you know, growing up, we all, I think, have stories of Halloween, because Halloween growing up is that childhood holiday. It's that holiday that children look to all year, where they get free candy. You know, they get to dress up, be whatever the fuck they want, and just walk around like they don't even give a fuck, because no one knows who the fuck they are. I remember, a few things that I remember being, this is going to sound nerdy, but I remember being like Frodo from Lord of the Rings. Oh my god, I had like a sword that actually lit up, and I had like a Lord of the Rings ring, and I just went trick-or-treating, and I was like, yeah bitches, that's right, I'm Frodo. But you know, it's fun, it's a fun holiday. But let's go ahead and talk about my story. I have probably 2 or 3 to tell you guys. It depends on how many I can get in this video. Future episodes, I'll have more than just one story to tell you guys. But you know, with Halloween coming up so close, I figured I'd do something for Halloween. I haven't done anything yet. So let's go ahead and dive into it. My first Halloween story I'm going to tell you guys is my first experience going to a haunted house. Now, I had never really been to a haunted house or anything really haunted before this. And let's just say, I wasn't like that type of person that loved to go do haunted things or things that would scare me. You know, I was a pretty young kid. I don't know. I was definitely in elementary school still. So we'll just say that. But basically, I remember going to this like barn that they had made into a haunted house, and I was like, oh, this looks ghetto, but I didn't care. I was just ready to go in. I'm pretty sure the haunted house was put on by our local Boy Scouts. So, you know, it wasn't nothing too scary, but for me, being an elementary kid, my first time ever going to a haunted house, I was pretty scared. So, we started walking in. My stepdad was behind me, and at first, there was this tour guide. I remember he had like this cane, and it had like an eyeball on it, and he was all like, alright, I'm gonna guide you through the haunted house now. And, you know, we were all just like, okay, this guy's taking his role a little too seriously. But anyways, so we started following him. I remember the very first thing I seen was this, like, you know, the dishes that they have in the very, very fancy restaurants where they pull the dish off and then they're like, bon appetit. Well, it was like that. And he was like, he pulled off the lid and he was like, bon appetit. And there was someone's head there. Obviously, you know, they had cut a hole through the table, but I wasn't expecting it, and the head just like let out this loud scream, and I jumped like 6 feet. And I remember that was like my first scare of that haunted house. And then we started walking through, and there's only 2 other parts that really scared me. I don't really remember much. Like I said, this was back in elementary school, and I'm about to graduate high school now. But you know, basically we were walking, and I remember I had this feeling that something was about to happen. And for some reason, before it even happened, I dunked down, and then I looked back up, and there's a homie with a chainsaw that had just went right next to my head. And that thing was so loud, scared the shit out of me, and I was like, okay, let's keep walking. And then the last thing that scared me was the very end of the haunted house. There was like this, these steps that you would walk in front of this fake semi. It was obviously a fake semi, but I thought someone was in it, and I thought they were just gonna jump out and try to scare us. Well, little did I know they actually had like a semi horn actually hooked up to it, and as soon as I freaking walked past it, that semi horn just went, and it scared the living shit out of me. I jumped like 6 feet, and it was just horrible. But yeah, I mean, Halloween, as we grow up, I feel like I don't really go trick-or-treating anymore. I don't know. Tell me, guys, did you guys ever grow out of Halloween? I know there's still like 40-year-olds who are still going around trick-or-treating, which if you're 40, you probably shouldn't, because that's some pedophile shit. But if you're like in your early 20s, mid-20s, I could see it. And you know, Halloween parties for adults, that's totally different. You know, when you're getting drunk and you're dressing up, I can understand that. But actually going trick-or-treating, it's kind of weird in my perspective. But hey, You know, girls love to do it. Girls love Halloween. It's their time to be sexy. I can tell you, I've had plenty of experiences with going trick-or-treating with sexy women. You know, we got to get those sexy women and those Catwoman outfits and the nurses and the police officers. You know, it's their night to be sexy, and the guys, you got to sit there. You got to try to be scary, I guess. I've never really had too scary of a costume. I remember one year I was Satan. That was fun, yeah. I remember that because we were going trick-or-treating and I was Satan, and there was this kid, well, not a kid, there's this old man, and we went up to his house. I said trick-or-treat, blah blah blah, and we walked into the house, and he actually invited us into the house, and he was like, "Oh, you want a beer, Satan?" And see, I wasn't the only one dressed up as Satan. My stepdad was also. And he was like, yeah, sure. So it was kind of weird, you know, but hey, you know, there's some nice people out there. So basically my biggest story was that haunted house. But I do remember going to one other kind of haunted thing. I was so young. I want to say I don't know. I want to say I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, if that. I just remember it because you know how when you're young and those things happen to you and you're just gonna remember them for the rest of your life. You don't know why, you just do. This is one of those things. But there was like this haunted house. It wasn't so much a haunted house as just a place where you could stop and get some candy. It was like I don't really remember. I just remember that you know, there was a lot of people with outfits, and there was these lockers, and there was these fake hands sticking out of these lockers. So I don't even remember where this was at, but I remember getting out of my car, and I remember going up. There was like this open coffin full of candy where you could just put your hand in there and get pretty much as much candy as you want, as long as you didn't take the whole thing. And I remember this because there was this guy that was like hunched down and like I don't know how to explain it. He was like on the ground and his knees were up against his chest and he was holding his knees. So it just looked like he was kind of crouched in a ball, and I was like, I thought he was fake, but I didn't know. So I touched his ear and it felt like a statue ear. So I totally thought this guy was fake. I was like, oh, well, that's kind of a cool little statue. And we got our candy and we walked right in front of this guy. And this guy just reached out, grabbed my ankle, screamed at me. I freaking jumped. I dropped all my candy. Now, keep in mind, I'm very young at this point. Like I said, 2nd or 3rd grade. And I remember I was just bawling my eyes out. But I wanted my candy, so I would go back. I'd grab a handful of candy, and I'd put it back in my bag. And he'd try to scare me again, so I'd run away. And then as soon as he stopped, I'd run back, grab some more candy, put it in my bag. It was you know, a unique experience. I think that was my first time ever really getting scared, because I remember it like it happened yesterday. I can see it in my mind. It's crazy, but you know, there's a lot of different things that have happened on Halloween. There's Halloween though. I mean, I know a lot of people say that, you know, they have tons and tons of fun on Halloween, but I never really had that much fun. I don't have too many memorable experiences. It's just, oh, trick-or-treating again, free candy, and I get to dress up, I guess. I don't know, as a little kid, I guess I probably enjoyed it more than I do now, you know, getting to dress up. I do remember that because I remember, like, I would go through, like, 3 or 4 costumes before actual Halloween. Like, I wouldn't know what I wanted to be. I remember this one year I was a knight. That was pretty cool. I had, like, man, I'm really sounding like a nerd right now. I've been Frodo, I've been a knight. And luckily, I have not been Darth Vader. I swear, everyone's been Darth Vader, like, well, guys anyways. Every guy has been Darth Vader at least, like, once in their lifetime. But, yeah, like I said, I haven't really been anything scary. I was Satan one year. I'm trying to think. I might have been Scream one year. I can't remember. Scream outfits are pretty popular. Everyone's been Scream most of the time. You know, people's been... oh, yeah, one year I really wanted to be Freddy Krueger. God, did I want to be Freddy Krueger. There was this awesome costume, but it was really expensive, so unfortunately I didn't get to be Freddy Krueger, but I wanted to be Freddy Krueger so bad. It was crazy. I'd still be Freddy Krueger, you know, if I had a Freddy Krueger outfit that was as awesome as that one, because this one looked real. You had like the gloves with the claws and everything, and the mask. It looked pretty cool, so I definitely wanted to be Freddy Krueger. But if I had an awesome outfit like that, I'd go trick-or-treating again to be Freddy Krueger. Yep, I'm not gonna lie, I would go trick-or-treating again. Hell, I'll probably go trick-or-treating anyways, you know. My girlfriend likes to go trick-or-treating with her friends, so, you know, like I said, it's the girls' night. They get to dress up, be sexy, whatever. But, so yeah, I hope that you guys are enjoying this. If you guys haven't checked out, I also have a Medal of Honor Warfighter series that I started yesterday. Excuse me, it's called Extraordinary People, and I did a really cool video on 72 Days in the Andes. It's like a survival story, so go check it out if you want to. It's definitely a unique series. It's more unique than this one anyways, but I still hope that you guys enjoyed this one. The gameplay you're seeing behind you is actually a pretty good gameplay. I wasn't even expecting to get this gameplay, but it's pretty good. The ending KD is definitely good for me. I'm not the best at Battlefield, but you know, I love to play the game, and I cannot wait for Halo 4, Black Ops 2, all that good stuff. But yeah, so let me know, what are you guys doing for Halloween? I really want to get some comments going on and interaction with my subscribers. I don't feel like I get enough comments. I really do want to reply to you guys' comments. I will reply to any comment that gets posted, whether it be good or bad. You know, if you post something bad, then you post something bad, and I'll still reply to you. But I mean, you're not gonna get those reactions that some people give you, where they're like, "Oh, motherfucker!" But I'll tell you something. But yeah, so I hope that you guys are enjoying my content. I'm putting out a normal commentary probably tomorrow, some Black Ops. Hopefully, depends on if I can get some gameplay. Oh man, I've been like sick today. I've had a headache, and like, I don't know, it's rainy outside, it's windy from Hurricane Sandy. It's just, I don't know, it's one of those days. But hey, I still love making commentaries, and I still love doing what I do. So I hope that you guys enjoy what I do, and like I said, definitely leave a like on this video. It helps me out, it spreads the video, and it gets people to see my content that I'm putting out. So a like helps a lot more than what you guys think. And if you're not already subscribed, please leave a subscribe. I don't know how you can leave a subscribe, but subscribe to my channel. Yeah, so I hope that you guys enjoyed. Here, let's see what my final KD is, if I can even see it on my Sony Vegas screen. I doubt I can. Nope, I can't, but there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to leave a like, comment below. What are you guys doing for Halloween? I really want to know. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next story time with Swagg. So peace off.